will show you, we'll give you a little taste of what the instruments sound like that you can choose from to play. So first, we'll start with the flutes. Flutes, go ahead and stand up. So the flute is a woodwind instrument. It's played with a bunch of keys, and if you've ever blown over the top of a soda bottle or a water bottle and you make that, it's kind of like playing flute. They blow over that hole, so we'll show you what the flute sounds like here. One. Next we have, also in the woodwind family, the clarinets. Clarinets kind of play like a flute with your fingers over holes and keys, almost like the recorder. Do you guys play the recorder in 4th grade? No? Okay. Alright, well, clarinets, turn your clarinets around and show them the reed. With the clarinet, there's this little piece of wood that vibrates when you blow across it. It's called a reed, and that's how the sound is made. We'll show you what the clarinet sounds like here. 26. 1, 2, ready, go. And eventually, when you're in 6th grade, we don't start you on this instrument we're about to show you, but it's something you can switch to eventually in 6th grade, and that's the bass clarinet, which is basically a big clarinet that sounds lower. So can we see those bass clarinets? And what you'll probably notice here, 4th graders, is as the instrument gets bigger, the sound gets lower. Okay? So, bass clarinets, we're gonna guys. 1, 34, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Here for our bass clarinet. Next, we'll move on to saxophone. So, hey, 4th graders, question, someone with a raised hand. Does anybody know the families of instruments in the band? Right? We have flute, clarinet, but they fit into kind of sections. In the orange shirt, you know? Brass and woodwinds. Anybody agree? So far we've heard from woodwind instruments, flute, clarinet, bass clarinet, and now, this is kind of a confusing one, because they look like the brass instruments, because they're shiny and metal, but the saxophone is a woodwind. Saxophone, so you can turn your saxophone just a little bit. You can see that they also have that little piece of wood, the reed, that the clarinet has. Saxophones are loud. If you like being loud, saxophone is a good instrument for you. Oh yeah. Saxophone, see you guys. Oh, and you're going to hear another. Ellie, hold up your horn. This is the French horn, which actually is a brass instrument, and if you wanted to play French horn, you'd start on trumpet, which is what Ellie did. But the French horn kind of acts like a bridge between the saxophones and the trumpets. She's going to play a lot of music with the trumpets and a lot of music with the saxophones. So she's going to play with the saxophone. Here we go, guys. 26. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go! Cousin version that's louder and lower. There's multiple types of saxophones. So the one you just heard is an alto saxophone. If we got a little bit bigger, we have a tenor saxophone. And then we get even bigger yet, we have the baritone saxophone. So, we don't start 5th graders on bari sax. You'd start on alto. These gentlemen, actually, they've been playing tenor their whole 6th grade year. They just started playing bari, today's Thursday? Tuesday. Anyways, you guys wouldn't play this yet? Probably because as 5th graders, you can fit about 2 5th graders in a bari sax case. So this is something as you get a little older and bigger. Let's hear you guys play 34. 1, 2, ready, go. Hey, 4th graders, without spitting on the person in front of you, you all go. Now try to make it go higher. And stop. So, for brass instruments, we've got this mouthpiece here. It's like kind of like a little metal bowl. And basically, you just do what you just did with your lips. On one end of it, and you get. And if you turn it around, you can do this. But anyways, how big or how small the mouthpiece is kind of makes a higher or lower sound. So the trumpets, let me trumpets up one more time. The trumpet is kind of our highest brass family member. It's got a smaller mouthpiece than my trombone mouthpiece here, and it has 3 valves that they push in different combinations to make a sound. Trumpets, 3 guys at 18. Trumpets are kind of loud and also like they get the melody on. Kind of, dare I say, the leaders. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. In 5th grade, you start on trumpet. And then, over here, trombone, our low brass member. So trombones, the one you see on the end, they function a little differently. Like the trumpets have the valves they push. Trombone has this, what we call a slide, which is a long tube that they move out and in, and that's how they change notes. And with playing with them, you can see Koa, hold up your baritone. The baritone is kind of a mix between a trumpet and a trombone. It plays low like a trombone, but you notice he has 3 valves that he plays like a trombone. So let's hear trombones play at 34. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Slide. Let's see you guys do that. Ready, go. Now who's thinking, I think I'd like to play a brass. Okay? No comments? And who was thinking, I like to be loud, I'm kind of a leader, I'm going to do trumpet. Who's thinking, I like to play loud, low, and I also would like to play the best instrument there is, the trombone? And then, eventually, you could play tuba. We don't have any tuba players in 6th grade. We do in 7th grade. We actually have, did any of you guys know Zoe Bosing? Zoe is our 7th grade tuba player. She does really well. But anyways, tuba is kind of like a giant baritone. It's really, really big. And you can maybe imagine why we don't start 5th graders on tuba. Okay? It's pretty big, and I'm not a tuba player, but let me see if I can show you what it sounds like. It goes really low. So, tuba is big and slow. Best, but here's really all you have to do. To sign up, today when you go back to your class, you're going to send your teachers with a packet, which has a letter that you should take home to your parents and tell them a little bit about band. Then it has this sign-up sheet that you guys are going to do in your classes when you get back. On the sign-up sheet, it shows the different instruments that you saw today. You put a 1 next to your favorite and a 2 next to your second favorite. Now you don't have to pick that instrument, so don't stress about it. This is just to put you in a class. In 5th grade, you're either in the brass class or the woodwinds class. And if you're in the brass class, you'll get to try trumpet and you'll get to try trombone to see which one you actually like better. Because it's easy to say, oh, I like that one best, but until you actually play it, it's a little tougher to tell. Same with woodwinds. If you want to play, if you put number 1 for flute and a number 2 for clarinet, you'll end up in woodwinds class. And you'll get to try both of them. Can we get the 6th graders that we're going to talk to? So I can tell you all sorts of reasons why band is awesome and why you should sign up, but I figure you should hear it straight from the source. And here are some 6th graders who are going to tell you a little bit about band. Is this on?
Hi, I'm Chloe, and I've just got a few things to tell you about band. Reasons why I joined band. Number 1, you can have a great experience whether going to Las Vegas or Glen Canyon's Adventure Park, which are the band trips. Noah. Number 2, you can play a band instrument while playing another instrument, such as violin, cello, or piano. And then number 3, band will not affect what sports you play. It is during school and sometimes after school commitments like concerts. There's also a camp in the summer called PALS you can do for extra practice.
Okay. 6. Most people who quit band say that they really wish they didn't because it's actually kind of fun. 7, you will have band all year and you don't have to worry. You will still get other specials, but you will only get them once a quarter. So people are always like quitting because they're like, I want more PE. You'll still get PE just once a quarter though.
You can actually get double PE in
If you,
band.
yeah.
Band will not keep you from PE, sorry.
That's one of our biggest problems. Okay, 8. It's good. You don't like have many tests. You just get to play music. You get breaks. 10. Oh, 9. You get to play fun songs such as Happy and other songs that you know. 10. Band is like free lessons because you have people like Mr. Merritt, our trumpet helper, to give you pointers, and you don't have to pay any money for that. And it's only $50 per month, and that's really, really cheap for instruments. Like Barry sax is like $5,000.
And then rent to own.
Rent to own is when you rent to pay that amount of money, and then it's yours to keep.
And then a number 18, you skipped a whole lot. Sorry for that, guys, but it went take forever. And it says, you can also do the Badger dance. Anybody? Badger dance! Come on, everybody.
Okay, who out of this whole audience wants to join band? Let me see those hands! You're so prepared for all your music teachers who have taught you, and also, who doesn't, you get to name your instrument, you get to pick the instrument of your dreams, and also, don't forget that you can't be too cool for band. I have this kid who's in my section, he's like, yeah, I'm too cool for band. Guess what? He's in band right now, and he says he loves it! Band is super fun. Truthfully, if I was in the band room anymore, I would practically live there. But it is so fun. You could be jamming out on trumpet, saxophone. You could even be like me, playing the giant gong in the back. It's just super awesome. Tam-tam, but it's like song. And you can learn the difference if you join band.
If you're one of those people who really, really, really wants to keep your grades good in high school and in middle school, I suggest joining band because learning the rhythms and different notes and different ways you play your notes can help you in math, really, really well in math. And it can increase your learning and your motivation to learn different curriculums.
That was good.
So, it's not all about grades, but yeah. It's not on a list of reasons to join band. Cool kids do band. That's not my list. Lenny-O is a blast. That's Lenny-O. Over there. Trumpets get to clap. You know, like, trumpets are the leaders. Like, we will have the melody. We will be the ones who will notice the most. Don't join me. Your turn.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay, we get to do fun things like clap. Okay. Oh yeah, we get to go on field trips. Like we're going to the Glenwood Caverns on Tuesday.
No. Yes.
Oh yeah, and we're doing band Olympics this week where we get to try to do a scale faster than anyone else. And Miles won because he got 4 seconds. And pace. And you get to name your instrument. And my instrument's name is Strawberry. I don't know why I'm making that.
Trumpet's an ab workout. Like when you're breathing,
like this. And at the end of the song, you're really, really tired. Yeah. Take trombone.
No, but at first, like to get your mouthpiece, I couldn't even make a sound out of it because it's really hard to do this.